My husband just has to tap his glass twice with his finger, and I'll immediately pour him some water. After we'd been chatting for a few minutes, my husband tapped his glass again, so I quickly got up to get him more water. But one of my neighbors, she just couldn't stand watching it. She told my husband, Rob, straight up, that if he wants coffee, he should just say so. She said that tapping on a glass is basically how you'd signal a maid. You shouldn't treat your wife like that, she said. But you know what? I actually defended him. I bragged to her, not only is my husband an amazing provider, but I also think that it's a privilege to be able to serve him. That pretty much left my neighbor speechless. My name is Beth, and I'm a full-time housewife. My job every day is to take care of my husband with all my heart. I always thought that this kind of perfect married life was the greatest happiness I could ask for. Until that day, at the supermarket, I overheard my neighbors talking. What they were saying hit me like a ton of bricks, because I heard them, clear as day, talking about my husband having an affair. In that moment, the whole world started spinning. I stumbled and knocked over an entire display of canned milk. That really startled my neighbor. She realized what she'd said, but by the time she tried to explain, it was too late. I had already run off without looking back. That night, for the first time, I followed my husband, who said he was working late, and I couldn't believe my eyes. I actually saw him flirting with a blonde, blue-eyed waitress. At dinner, I didn't confront my husband. I just quietly added a small stone to his food. Sure enough, a few moments later, my husband's face turned red as he started to choke. Luckily, in the end, he coughed up the little stone. That little stone was my own small way of punishing him. The next day, I followed the trail and found my husband's mistress, a girl named April. When I saw how young and vibrant she was in person, I couldn't help it. I just broke down crying right in front of her. That kind of threw the girl, April, for a loop. She quickly came over to comfort me, and I used that as a chance to become her friend. Soon enough, I was a regular at her diner, and through our many conversations, I learned from her that my husband had grown tired of me. Tired of the hot meals and clean socks I always had ready for him. Tired of the same old-fashioned clothes I wore every single day. And my hairstyle that never changed, which he said looked like a pickle. He told her he wanted more excitement and passion. After hearing all that, it finally clicked. I immediately went out and bought the latest clothes and shoes, and even expensive high-end perfume I'd never used before. When Rob got home from work, I put on a pair of high heels I'd never worn and slowly walked down the stairs, wearing a soft, pinkish red dress, and stood right in front of him. My eyes were full of hope, but my husband just looked up and asked me, "Is dinner ready?" I was instantly speechless. All my hopes just vanished into thin air.